Today we're diving into a secret that's not only going to make you look 10 times more graceful, but it's also going to change how people perceive you when you walk into a room. Your walk is everything. If you want to level up your elegance and poise, this video is your golden ticket. We're talking about techniques that make you look like you've just stepped out of a royal palace, even when you're in flats. Yes, this is a full-on walk transformation, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around until the end. Let's go! Number 1, the weightless step method. Ever noticed how some people just seem to glide across the room, barely touching the ground? That's the secret of the weightless step, and trust me, it's a game changer. Most of us tend to walk hard, stomping, dragging our feet, or rushing like we're in a mad hurry. But graceful movement is all about the opposite. Imagine walking on a thin rope. I know, sounds a bit strange, but stick with me. This mental trick keeps your steps aligned and balanced, giving you that smooth, almost floating feel. The rope imagery will naturally encourage lighter, more controlled steps, just like you're walking on air. Instead of locking your knees straight, keep them slightly bent. This small adjustment helps your walk flow naturally, creating a smoother, more effortless movement. And here's the best part, heel-to-toe walking is your best friend. Think of your feet as gliding across the floor with no thumping or clunky steps. Your steps should feel soft, controlled, and oh so graceful. Number 2, the posture that separates elegant from average. Do you know the difference between someone who walks into a room and commands attention and someone who just walks? Posture. It doesn't matter if you're rocking a couture dress. If your posture is off, it'll make everything feel, well, meh. Here's how to fix it. First, shoulders back and down, no slouching. Pretend like someone's gently pulling you up by a string from the top of your head. This will naturally elongate your neck and give you that regal vibe. You want to stand tall, not stiff. Imagine you're radiating confidence without even having to try. When it comes to your arms, keep them controlled. You don't want them flailing around like you're on a roller coaster, but also don't keep them glued to your sides. Just let them move naturally with your walk. It's all about finding that balance. So the takeaway is, own your posture. Straight back, open chest, and chin up. It'll completely transform how you carry yourself and, trust me, make you look 10 times more elegant. Number 3, the invisible high heels trick. Okay, here's a little trick that will seriously change the game. You can look graceful in flats without actually wearing heels. The secret? Imagine you're wearing 2-inch heels even when you're rocking sneakers or ballet flats. Sounds odd, right? But trust me, it works. Here's the deal. When you mentally picture heels, it shifts your weight forward just a bit. This tiny change in posture helps improve your balance and gives you a more elegant stance without the blisters from heels. Now, while you're at it, ditch the duck foot stance. You know when your feet point outwards like you're about to waddle? Instead, make sure your feet point slightly forward. This makes a huge difference in how controlled and poised you look while walking. Glide, don't stomp. It's all about soft, deliberate steps. No need to hurry or pound the pavement. Picture yourself effortlessly floating across the floor and bam! You'll look like a queen even in your comfiest flats. Number 4, the royal family walking rule. Have you ever noticed how royals always seem so calm, composed, and never rushed? They glide through life with this effortless grace. And guess what? They walk 15% slower than they naturally would. It might sound simple, but trust me, slowing down just a little gives you that undeniable air of elegance. When you take your time, you appear like you're strolling through life with purpose. Like everything's unfolding at the perfect pace, no rushing from one place to another, just a serene, graceful flow. And here's the royal bonus tip. When you change direction or step up or down, do it gently. Lead with your inside leg. It's smoother and avoids any jerky, sudden movements. Everything should feel slow, deliberate, and controlled, just like royalty. By adopting this slower, more controlled pace, you'll look like you have all the time in the world, and that's exactly the kind of poise and elegance we all want to channel. Take your time and own it. Number 5, the silent elegance boost. All right, let's dive into something that a lot of people overlook, hands and arms. Have you ever noticed how some people's arms just seem to move effortlessly with their bodies, while others either stiffen them up like robots or flail them around like they're trying to take flight? Neither is the elegant look we're going for. Here's the secret, natural, controlled movement. Imagine you're holding something delicate like a glass of water. That's the vibe you want. Nothing too dramatic, no over-the-top swinging, but also no stiff, awkward arms. Think soft and fluid. When you're walking, your arms should just flow with your movements. If you're holding a bag, carry it with your forearm or gently grasp it with relaxed fingers. This makes everything feel light and refined. And let's talk about phones. Please, for the love of elegance, don't hold your phone out in front of you like you're presenting it to the world. This just collapses your posture and doesn't look graceful. The goal is to move with ease, making sure your arms move fluidly with your body. Relaxed, graceful, and controlled, that's how you give your walk the silent elegance boost that truly elevates your whole vibe. Number 6. The magazine cover entry trick. Okay, let's talk about one of my favorite tricks for instantly upping your elegance, the magazine cover entry. Picture this. You've seen those models on magazine covers who step into the scene and everyone stops to stare, right? Well, that's exactly what you want when you walk into a room, but without the dramatic fanfare. Here's the secret pause for a second before you enter. Take a moment to scan the space, take a deep breath, and then move in with purpose. This simple act of owning the moment before you make your entrance makes you feel 10 times more confident, and trust me, it shows. Now don't just rush in like you're late for a meeting. Instead, step forward with slightly larger steps than usual. Not huge, exaggerated strides, but just enough to give you that confident, relaxed vibe. It's like you're walking into the room like you know you belong there. It sounds simple, but this trick instantly makes you seem more composed, graceful, and yes, like you're straight out of a magazine. Number 7. Mastering the turn and exit gracefully. We've all seen it, the awkward turn or exit. You know that moment when someone tries to turn around and it's like they're doing a weird robot move? Not cute. If you want to turn and exit with elegance, here's the trick. Pivot with control. No sharp, jerky movements. When you turn, gently angle your head slightly before moving your body. This small detail adds a layer of refinement that makes the whole motion look seamless and coordinated. When you leave, do not rush out like you're in a race against time. Take your time, move with purpose, and keep things fluid. Your exit should feel as composed as your entrance. No dramatic flailing or speeding off like you're running for the door. It's all about grace under pressure, even when you're walking away. Remember, elegance is all about the flow. Number 8. The floating effect. Here's a more advanced tip, but it's a total game changer for looking effortlessly graceful. The floating effect. The key here is to minimize the up and down bouncing that happens when you walk. Think of your walk as gliding forward, not bopping up and down. To achieve this, keep your knees slightly bent. This helps absorb the impact and keeps the movement smooth and uninterrupted. Practice walking with a book on your head. It forces you to keep your posture correct and your weight evenly distributed. After a while, you'll notice your walk will start to feel more natural, smoother, and with way less bounce. And there you have it. 8 tips to make your walk 10 times more graceful. Let me know in the comments which tip you're going to try first. If you're ready to walk like royalty, hit that like button and subscribe for more elegance hacks. Now go out there and strut your stuff with grace.